Good afternoon to you. Mark Sutton with HurricaneTrack.com here with your Hurricane Pro and HD look at Tropical Storm Otto spinning away down here in the southwest Caribbean Sea. The main emphasis here will continue to be on the heavy rainfall that could impact, will impact, and has been impacting parts of southern Central America here, Panama, Costa Rica, and Nicaragua to be specific. Banding features with the system kind of limited, and it's trying to get its act together again, maybe reaching hurricane intensity once more before landfall tomorrow, probably across southern Nicaragua. In fact, let's take a look at the track map. You can see that here. It's closing in on Central America down here, Nicaragua. Luckily, this should go north of Costa Rica, where there are more mountainous areas than we have in southern Nicaragua. Nevertheless, heavy rainfall will continue to be the emphasis here, and that is outlined in the public advisory. I really like this product, Hazards Affecting Land. It outlines the rainfall in some areas 15 to 20 inches. The wind really not as big of a problem, mainly because A, this is not a very intense system, but also because even now tropical storm force winds only 70 miles from the center. So we're not talking about a large, powerful hurricane, but wind will be a little bit of an issue in some of the areas. Storm surge, 2 to 4 feet of tide elevation above the normal tide level because of onshore flow in certain areas, depending on where the eye or the center comes in. And then there will be some higher swells to come in because of the system as well. So folks down there need to be ready for this. Looks like tomorrow is the day. The health of the system, looking at the 850 millibar vorticity, kind of shows me what's happening internally with the system. One of the methods to do so anyway. And you can see it kind of has these odd kind of lobes of energy coming off of it. So it's not extremely well organized. We could see that, pretty plainly on the visible satellite loop that I started with. But these tools help to sort of explain why and show a different perspective. For example, this is the upper level winds, and they're kind of blowing across the system a little bit more now, instead of there being a perfect anticyclonic light flow of wind aloft. You do have a little bit more of a wind vector, if you will, going across the system rather than the wind really not increasing much with height in the atmosphere. There is a little bit of east-southeasterly shear, just enough to keep this from rapidly intensifying over the still fairly warm water of the southwest Caribbean. So this is going to head into Nicaragua tomorrow, and again the emphasis will be that very heavy rainfall. And that's going to be problematic. It has so far, unfortunately. There has been loss of life due to that heavy rainfall and the slow movement of the system. It should move into the Pacific, and if it retains enough energy and stays at tropical storm strength, it'll still have the name Otto, even in the southeast Pacific. That's just the way things go. And even in the Pacific, it should eventually die out over the southeast Pacific without recurving back into Central America. We'll keep an eye on that to make sure that that does indeed be the case. All right? So that's it from me for today. Have a great rest of your Wednesday afternoon. And for those of you traveling out there, be careful. We like to have you back so you can enjoy these updates in the future. I am Mark Sutton for HurricaneTrack.com and, of course, for Hurricane Pro and HD. I'll be back with you again tomorrow afternoon for another look at Otto as it makes landfall in Central America.